Nothing can prepare you for the loss of a loved one, but when someone else's negligence is the cause for that death, a very difficult situation can become so much worse. Here to talk us through this tough time is David Greene from Greene and Phillips. David, good to see you.
Glad to be over.
All right, so what exactly does the term wrongful death mean, and what are some examples of when this may occur?
Well, there's a couple of different times this can happen. A lot of times you see a shooting or something of that nature. That is a wrongful death, but probably not a civil case.
Gotcha.
Probably more of a criminal case. Or a car crash in which someone is killed or maimed or something of that nature and then winds up dying from the accident. And so a car crash, an industrial accident, something of that nature can indeed be a wrongful death, and that's why you need to talk to a local law firm that handles this type of case if that happens to your family.
Yeah, and I guess the follow-up question to that is, what recourse does the family have of a wrongful death victim or against the person or the company that caused it?
Well, you can certainly have a civil lawsuit. Of course, if it's a criminal matter where someone is shot, the district attorney's office is going to handle that. They're going to prosecute the individual. But then as far as a civil case, a personal injury law firm like the lawyers at Greene and Phillips will handle this type of case. There's some procedures that you have to go through with circuit court as well as probate court nowadays, and that's all been changed over the last couple of years. But there's a certain process you have to go through, so you really need someone that's versed, that has experience in probate law as well as wrongful death cases. And it's very difficult to put these cases together, and having someone that has had the experience of handling it is what people need.
And that experience can help them through things like, what are the differences between compensatory damages and punitive damages?
Well, that's exactly right. A wrongful death case in the state of Alabama is only punitive damages, not compensatory.
Gotcha.
Like a regular car accident case where you may have just injuries of that nature. It's only punitive damages meant to punish or to deter the conduct in the future.
Let's talk a little bit about the timing of all this. When do they need to contact a lawyer in the case that something tragic has happened?
Well, I always tell folks, when you're able to talk to a lawyer, you need to go ahead and sit down with someone. These things, no one's expecting this.
Right.
It's tragic. Someone's going home from work and they're killed by an 18-wheeler. You need to, when you're physically able and mentally able to sit down with a lawyer, you need to go ahead and call a local firm that can walk you through the process. Let me tell you why. The reason is the insurance company for that 18-wheeler or for that company has already started their investigation. They're getting ahead of you. They're not thinking about you having lost a loved one. They're looking at the bottom line, and you need a law firm that's going to get out there, investigate the case, and prove your case before it's even filed.
Yeah, a tough time, but you want to do it as soon as you possibly are ready to do so. And then I guess the last thing, we're talking about a financial status here. A lot of people are worried that, well, I can't get a lawyer involved. It's going to cost me too much. Talk about the upfront cost.
Well, I'll tell you what, a law firm like Greene and Phillips, we only charge you if we win. That's a pretty good deal. When I first started practicing law, I didn't really understand that. And so we go to work for you. We spend money, spend time, spend our resources, put the case together. If we don't win, you don't owe us anything. If we do win, we get paid a percentage of the total.
So no upfront cost?
No upfront cost at all.
All right, if you or your family or a friend is going through one of these terrible situations and you need some advice, you can always contact David and his friends at Greene and Phillips. We'll have all their contact information online on the Studio 10 tab. David, thank you so much.
Glad to be over.